Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fihi. Nahmadu wa nashkuru alhamdulillah alladhi rafa'as.
We have useless our agricultural system, particularly here in Nigeria, with so many reasons that have joined in dissuading our agricultural system. We now go back to أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَعْرُثُونَ.
أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ أَأَنْتُمْ تَزْرَعُونَهُ أَمْ نَحْنُ الزَّارِعُونَ أَأَنْتُمْ تَزْرَعُونَهُ أَمْ نَحْنُ الزَّارِعُونَ.
And one thing we have to know is this: if not because of the blessings of Allah, planting, weeding, cultivating before weeding, and on and on and on. They are a typical scenario that Allah has shown us in the whole world, but Nigeria in particular. If you want to try it in your compound, if you do not have interlock, just drop some maize, maybe 3 seeds, especially this time around, and let's see what happens. Before the twinkle of an eye, what happens? It starts to grow. Guinea corn do the same thing. Now going back to the countries that Allah does not bless them like He has blessed Nigeria. They don't have any other source of means. No petrol, no crude oil has Nigeria has. And they only survive on what? On agriculture. Even some of them, if not because of irrigation, they use in assisting their crops to grow and germinate. It will have been nothingness. Egypt, number one. For those who know about land use, they said, I think it's in Egypt or Libya, some of the parts of our road we live. If you're going along Kubwa, you have some greener area where nothing is there.
Yes.
They said in Egypt they will plant something there. They won't leave it empty. Because almost everybody is a farmer. And there's no enough land again to farm. Our case is not like that here in Nigeria. Libya, the same thing. Then, Malaysia. But if you pick out Malaysia and Egypt today, they are doing fantastically well in agriculture, more than our dear country, Nigeria. Then, surprisingly, what did I say?
Surprisingly,
Saudi Arabia, where it hardly rains in a year. Allahu Akbar kabira. Daraballahu also. Daraballahu
مثلا قرية كانت آمنة مطمئنة يأتيها رزقها رغدا من كل مكان فكفرت بأنعم الله فذاقها الله لباس الجوع والخوف بما كانوا يصنعون.
If you go to Malaysia today, the government of Malaysia has accepted agricultural system in totality, and they have full support for their farmers. Full support. Does Nigeria government have full support for farmers? No, I'm asking. Eh? Why are you saying no? The Nigerian government has support for her farmers, but not in totality, not full support, and that is the bane of our discussion here. Quote me right, if you go to Malaysia and Saudi Arabia, they have provisions for their farmers from 2 or 3 angles. Number one, from government quarters. If you're a farmer, you irrigate your farm. Saudi Arabia supports you from the purse of the government. 2, the companies, the industries. I think Nigeria collect money from them. They collect tax, I mean. What is the essence of such taxes collected from them? Saudi Arabia collects tax or taxes from such companies and industries and get part of it diverted into agriculture. Then number 3, zakah. Wallahi, if Nigerian Muslims could use the ample opportunity of zakah alone, we will not have 10% of poor people in our midst. If you do it judiciously, meticulously, appropriately. But how many Muslims are giving zakah? Among those who have. Among those who have, they give partially zakah, partially sadaqah. Another problem is even the recipient of zakah. Some of us have problems too. Among those who have the problem again are those who are trusted to distribute zakah. Such zakah is diverted into personal use. وضرب الله
مثلا قرية كانت آمنة مطمئنة يأتيها رزقها رغدا من كل مكان فكفرت بأنعم الله فأذاقها الله لباس الجوع والخوف بما كانوا يصنعون
أفرأيتم ما تحرثون
أأنتم تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون.
Let me make it certain to us there. Allah is giving us the certainty that even farmers, they shouldn't think that they want planting, germinating, harvesting. Especially planting and germinating. Planting and the act of germination is solely Allah's work. I have tested this myself. When we moved there newly, the space we had, I dropped about 3 seeds of maize and I left it. The first day I planted, I added little water. Believe you me, the 3rd or 4th day I went, I discovered that some green leaves have started moving out. Very fresh and beautiful. And I was asking myself, my only duty was that I didn't cultivate, I didn't weed, I only drop inside the soil. When did they start growing? I didn't know. Who made them to grow?
أفرأيتم ما تحرثون أأنتم تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون أأنتم تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون.
So this is a clarity to tell us that it is Allah that makes such crops to grow. Without Allah's effort, without his kun fayakun, nothing would have grown. Okay, let's assume that nothing grows. Are we going to resort to eating leaves, then it means we are equivalent to what? Animals. Lower animals. I thought we say Alhamdulillah. Now, Islam teaches us. There is a textbook they call Tuklit. And many recite it. A lot has been said about agriculture. And here, we want to prove that even Islam as a religion teaches and tells us that as farming. And this includes first having what we call soil texture. Soil what? Texture. As a Muslim farmer, you must know it. If you don't get what I'm saying, let me bring a similitude. If you want to dig a borehole in your house or in your mosque, if you are experienced enough, you don't just bring in a machine and start that. What do you do first? Search for what?
Where there is water.
If you just go into digging without searching, what happens? You may not get water there. So you resort to what? Going to make search. And that money you have paid for the first one. So Islam is telling us. But for you Muslims who want to become farmers, number one thing is what? Soil texture.
فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا فأنبتنا فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا وحدائق غلبا وفاكهة وهبا متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم.
ولينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم
شققنا الأرض شقا
فأنبتنا
فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا وحدائق غلبا وفاكهة وهبا متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم.